talk about Dante's first squat with a barbell. This isn't like his literally first squats with a barbell. This is his first day using a barbell, and it's the Bella bar. It's not a full-size 45-pound barbell. But form is pretty decent there. He could certainly make some improvements, as we all can. But he has done hundreds, if not thousands, of reps with a weightless bamboo bar. And I have emphasized to him, taking the racking seriously, the unracking and re-racking seriously, and getting that part right, and that he wasn't going to get to use a real barbell until he did that. A lot of times it is easy with a, quote unquote weightless bar, just to kind of phone in the racks and unracks, because you can kind of just one hand them all willy-nilly anyway, and it doesn't really matter. But I wanted to emphasize that and the importance of safety and everything with him, and how important a part of the lift that was, getting set up and putting it back in and taking it serious before I let him use an actual barbell. Now on this day, this was kind of later into the session, so he was very, very warmed up. He had already done a set of 10 at this point with it. You can see kids, like, they squat very naturally. The movement itself comes natural. A kid can just pop into a deep squat with body weight, without any warm-ups or anything like that. It's a little awkward, and we put a barbell on their back and their hands behind their back. But it's otherwise, it's a very natural movement for them. So I really try not to overcoach him, just give him a couple basic cues on, like where he should be looking with his head. So like his upper back is a little loose, so we got to kind of work on getting his elbows down a little bit, and staying tight up there and just bracing a little bit. But as far as the squat pattern itself, it's very sound, because kids just squat very well. So I think that's my main thing if anybody's looking to teach their kid how to lift, and I am no expert at all, but it is ingraining the movement patterns itself and getting them to treat it seriously, even with very, very light to no weight, and letting them know why they need to take that serious, and what it is potentially setting themselves up for later, and make it fun. Like we're not going in and it's like, oh, you got to do 5 sets of 5, or it's not a good workout, or you've got to do 10 sets of this, or blah, blah, blah. We go in the gym, I'm doing my thing, he's doing his thing. He's got a little phone he can play with in between sets. There's certain things like box jumps and some of the cable machines now that he can do without supervision, because they are relatively safe, and you got to let kids play a little bit. But when he's doing like a compound movement like that, of course, my eyes are on him, and squatting right there outside of the rack, of course I'm going to be there. Even if we had safety set up and everything, I would still be right there behind him. But just getting their movement patterns right, and like giving them goals to progress towards, and kind of, I like to call it structured play, like keeping it fun, keeping it simple. He's 9 years old. When he gets 12, 13, 14, 15, there's certainly a time and a place to be more rigid, and we are rigid in certain areas of his life, with bedtimes, with discipline in terms of how he speaks to other people, and things of that nature. But as far as like the gym and his jiu-jitsu and things like that, it's very, very much structured play is what I like to call it, and we've had a lot of success with that. He likes going to the gym. I've never had to say, all right, get up, you have to go to the gym, you have to do squats, you have to, he's volunteered 100% of the time. So keep it fun, man. Keep your kids engaged, and add the structure and the discipline when it's necessary, and when it's suitable, and it'll help. Your kid's going to want to be like you anyway. So if you're already doing it, your kid's going to want to do it. And just a lot of positive encouragement. Like I said, the discipline in spots where it's needed. Give them goals, make it fun to chase these goals, and they're probably going to enjoy being in the gym with you. Peace!